Hi everyone, and welcome back to Myken. At this time of year, we are sort of just coming out of the Arctic night, or the dark time, as is the direct translation from Norwegian. This time of year, the sunrise and the sunset are almost in the same place. Now the days are noticeably growing longer. And of course in Myken we have this tall sky surrounding us. We can see everything, every single cloud, but also every little speck of light never goes unnoticed here in Myken. Light is of course important to everyone, everywhere, but nowhere more so than here in the Arctic. And today we are going to take a closer look at perhaps our most important light here. The light of our lives, the Myken lighthouse. All the houses in Myken are on the main island except for the lighthouse, so you need a boat to get over there. And the one I'm in right here is a tiny little boat. You can only use it when it's calm outside, but very useful for doing small hops like this. Today we are taking a trip to the lighthouse to take a closer look inside and see how nice it is, and also to meet Julie, who has decided to stay most of the winter in our lighthouse. Cool place. If you hear that crunching sound, those are spikes that I put on my shoes for today. Otherwise this would be tricky. The current lighthouse was finished built in 1918, and it took over from much simpler type of cairns and bonfires basically before that. A family lived out here tending the lighthouse and taking care of it. It has a placement which makes it quite important, or at least it used to be before we had all the electronics in navigation. It marks the start of the way towards the Lofoten Islands and the Narvik, one of the most important shipping harbors in northern Norway. The lighthouse was automated back in the 1970s, and since then there hasn't been a lightkeeper living here, but the good thing now is that you can actually rent this place and live here, and it has a view to die for, as you can see, and it's a perfect place for some solitude and peace and quiet. So Julie, you have perhaps the most magnificent view in all Norway at the moment.
I do. So lucky that I've had the chance to stay here at the lighthouse this winter, where I thought I would have all the time in the world just to be writing and starting a few projects, but you spend all your time just looking at the view, which is magnificent. Like from sunrise around 9 or 10, and then all through the day till 3 maybe, this time of year in January. And the sky just turns so pink and orange and red and unbelievable. It's really beautiful.
So what made you come to Myken in the first place? It's not sort of a natural place for a young woman to come to, is it?
No. Well, I don't think so. I've had a lot of questions about what are you doing out there? But just ended up here on one of my travel through Norway, and just by random chance just ended up on this island, and then instantly had this feeling that something's very different here, something really special. Come. Hey.
If you think we have a noisy background, this is the reason. This is Winston. She likes it here too. I guess this is the second winter you are in Myken. So is this going to be what you do for winters from now on?
I actually just talked to somebody today. We would like you to come work for us. And I was like, first we have to discuss Myken. The whole center of maybe how I want to build my life from now on should maybe be based on maybe we're gonna stay here in the winter. Like, why not? I think the corona situation has made a lot of people aware that you can work from anywhere.
Yeah, and your job, basically, you can do that through your computer mostly, I guess.
Yeah. So, I don't think that you need to live your life only in one place. Then maybe you can kind of, have different seasons during the year. And just make sure that you can, have a time here that very few people would choose to be here. So very few people around. And then in the summer you can do everything else.
So, Julie, having a dog is, of course, companionship, but doesn't it get lonely out here?
It's so weird because the lighthouse is it seems like it's really far out in the sea, but you have that other island just right next to it with all the other houses and the people. So you kind of feel like they're really close, so you don't really feel that lonely. But a lot of people have asked me, don't you get scared? Isn't it scary out there? But somehow you just feel like you can see everything out here. Yeah, I think the dog feels more lonely than I do. Far away from all the other people.
I have heard some people talking about a ghost out here. Seen any of that?
Haven't seen it. Him, her, I don't know. I know that the dog has had some reactions in other houses on the other island, but out here, nothing.
You don't have to be alone all the time in the lighthouse, of course. Weather permitting, it's never difficult to get the rest of us to come over and join in for a party. Lighthouses may seem a bit anachronistic in our electronic day and age, but I, for one, have had enough failures of electronics on my boats to know that I feel a lot safer with the lighthouses still being kept alive along our coast. They're a beacon that is old, but still definitely needed. And those of you who have any experience on the sea will know that, of course, a red sector from a lighthouse is never safe. But also, the green sector is not safe. The only sure path into calm waters is through the white sector. With the sun back up and the party being over, I slowly stumble my way down back to my boat again. And I can't help but feel that Myken and other small communities like Myken are in desperate need of people like Julie. Men and women who know that it is actually possible to follow your dreams, follow your heart, and get away from your everyday situation, maybe in the big city, maybe you're longing for something else. Most people, not most people, but a lot of people have jobs which actually allows that. Maybe that's one of the good things coming out of the epidemic now, is that a lot more people see that. You can live and work in very remote places with only a little bit of effort. During the winter, Sunday afternoons are the only times that you can leave Myken in daylight. And trust me, it is much better to do this in daylight than in the dark. It's so much easier to get seasick if you cannot see the horizon. It's just a black wall that doesn't tell you which way is up and which way is down. Aboard our lifeline to the mainland, the passenger ferry that runs every single day, but mostly extremely early in the morning and late at night. So Sunday afternoon is also when tourists, of course, most usually leave, and they are in for a spectacular ride. But doing this in daylight is perhaps a reason alone enough to come to Myken, because if you come to and from Bodø, which is the largest city in our vicinity, it takes about 5 hours, and it's probably one of the prettiest sea journeys that you can make anywhere. Even from the closest point on the mainland, it takes about 2 hours to get out to Myken or in again. And on calm days like this, it's really a soothing journey to make, and you can really enjoy it. Leaving the lighthouse for now, we are already feeling the days getting longer, the sun climbing higher, and there's more and more light, and we look forward to really exciting times in Myken in the months to come. Please join us to take part in that journey and see what happens. See you later.